Well, hello, my beautiful souls. This is Catherine Hidalgo, your friendly, intuitive catalyst conduit, here with an update on where I am at the moment. I have been experiencing some terrible angst actually, and I just didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know what to do because nothing was going right. As far as I was concerned. Hi, Lisa. Hi. When I, after the end December, when I did my usual ritual of writing things that bothered me and burning it, releasing it to source for source to handle, January I expected to be the same, you know. I would reflect on 2020. I overcame so much that, okay, everything had to be hunky-dory, right? And so I continued, and yet nothing was happening. I couldn't formulate my intentions for 2021. And it kept getting worse despite guidance that I was hearing that you are on the right path, despite the frowning looks from Dragon, and they're saying everything is all right, and I'm receiving all my visions and whatnot. I was not moving. Yeah. And it kept getting worse because once I decide I am going to do something, I expect to do it, and I'm going to do it. I'm kind of unstoppable like that. The harder I tried, the more I tried, the worse I felt stuck. It was agonizing. I was lashing out at everyone, and I live in an empowerment community, an empowerment center with for women who have all varying sorts of problems, drug abuse, that sort of stuff, domestic violence, etc., etc. I'm the only non-whatever it is, non-addict. Nothing was working. It was so agonizing. So for the first 2 weeks, I continued with my lives, but I could not continue. I kept trying to figure out what was happening. I am not moving. I am not journaling. I haven't even blogged. Normally, that's how I share what I experienced in 2020, the highlights, and what I gained from the experiences, and what I let go, because I let go a ton of shit. I couldn't even write. The last writing I did, as I said, was in December. And so it kept getting worse. I was stuck. And then I was told, you are at a certain level now where you are at mastery level, and this is where you need support. I ignored that. Okay? What support? I have you all to guide me. What other support do I need? I don't need anybody else. I talk to you all, I cuss you all out, and I mean really cuss. And this is how you're helping me? This is how you're helping me? You're not doing a damn effing thing for me, and all sorts of stuff. So I ranted and I railed and I really cussed out every single body. And all I heard was, the stubborn streak of yours, child. I didn't care. Fix it. And so then I thought, okay, nothing is happening. I am not moving. The end of January is here. This is 3 weeks in January. The end of January is here, and I have accomplished nothing as far as I was concerned. And yet, I could see that I was making strides, but the strides were not really on a tangible level. I couldn't measure it, but I knew that I was. But I wanted more than that. And so finally, I think it was this week, or early this week yesterday. See, it seems so far away now. I finally gave in. Okay, and I followed the advice that had been rebounding in my head. Connect with your peers. Connect with your peers. So I connected with Sandra Paley and her group Soul for Empowerment. And I laid it all out for her. She got back at me within half an hour to say, Catherine, January was the month of processing. I have never experienced a January like that before. For me, the processing meant, okay, I review everything that happened to me in 2020. I share the highlights. I share everything, what I learned, things I released, and then moved on. But it was different because I understood, in fact, while writing the message to Sandra, that it's because this is the year, the real true year of Aquarius, and with all the alignments, the astrological alignments, etc., it was even more significant. So she told me January was the month for processing, and I got it immediately. You know, I got the intuitive hit, yes, but I could not see that on my own. And then she said, you are at a certain level where you have to let go of certain things, and it is your resistance that is making it so painful. All right, I accepted that because it was true. But then she said, and let me see if I remember correctly, she said, what you need to do now, because I had this vision where I was in front of a steel door. That was on Sunday. That steel door had just a little square hole cut in it, but when I stuck my hand in, there was nothing on the other side like a latch or anything. And I have to get through that door. There is no opening, there is no lock, there are no hinges, but I intend to get through that door. And then she explained to me that that is the mastery level, and you can laser it, you can do whatever it is you want to open it, because what awaits you on the other side is how did she phrase it? No, she said it's all up to me. All right, and on how I obliterate it. And this is easy enough for me, and I always play story games on you know, I would create a story in my mind and have people come help me, and in this case, to open up this door. So I said, okay. So this is what I wanted to share. I'm doing a Facebook Live. This is what I wanted to share. We really, when we get to a certain level, and Lisa, yes, it is definitely the same for you. When we get to a certain level, we do have to reach out. We do have to reach out because certain things we cannot see on our own. But here's the big kicker. It's while I was writing, I realized part of the anxiety was financial, because I intend to move soon. And I did not realize that money anxiety was playing in the background, that old tape. I thought I had kicked it. I really, really did. I've been doing so much energy work, and I've been doing so much work on myself. And it's only when I wrote it that I realized that that was it. That was the crux of the anxiety on the one hand, and my not moving forward is because, well, I'm in charge and I expect things to be the same, and therefore, what the heck? So this is just to say and to share. Reach out to those who you know will support you. You're gone? Okay. Those who will support you, because they will see it from a distance, and this is what we need. We don't need someone to pamper us or anything like that, but we do need the support, and we need to be able to hear it from a disinterested party. That's what I wanted to share. So all of this agony, and I think I gained 5 pounds just from, and I don't eat much, but the anxiety, because I don't normally eat breakfast, and I found myself eating breakfast often, even this morning. Okay, I baked fresh biscuits, so I consider that an exception for the group here. Reach out. It's really, really important, because we all need support, and the support we need a lot of times is not, no, let me rephrase that. The support we think we want is not what we really need. And therefore, reach out to whomever you feel, to whoever attracts you, and lay out the story, clear, unvarnished, and see what comes from it. Because what came back was so surprising that it never occurred to me. And that's what I wanted to share with you all today. Now, I haven't done a reading. It's pouring cats and dogs now, so I hope you can still hear me. Actually, I can barely hear myself because the rain is really heavy. Let me put this in as well. So I'm going to do a reading. I'll do a reading for you, Lisa. I'll do a general one first. Oh, it's clearing out. It's clearing out all the garbage. It's clearing out all the garbage, this rain. I'll do a general one first. Dragon wishes to speak. All right, well, they're going to speak when they're going to speak. Hello. What we wish to say is this. You must move forward. We keep saying and repeating the same thing every time, but this is important. You must move forward. You must release. You must let go of what hinders you. Do not be like this stubborn one. I heard that. I heard that. Oh. She listens when she wants to, even though she listens all the time. But she heeds us not some of the time. But we are accustomed. This is who she is. And this stubborn streak is who she has always been. Who she has always been? Really? Yes. Things have happened in her past. When we say past, we mean past lives, eons ago, that made her determined to walk a certain path. It usually leads her to what she needs, but many things, many steps that she has taken were avoidable if she would listen when she is given advice. But she is our speaker. She is our kin, so we shall continue to support her. That was funny. That was funny. Listen, let me get on with the reading. What do we all need to know right now for our highest good? That's the first general question. Look what I get. Seahorse. Seahorse, the master of the belly laugh. The master of the belly laugh, who floats along, so jolly and gay, regardless of what you're welcome, Lisa. Regardless of what occurs, the seahorse is bobbing in the waves, and he's a charming soul. Run with your imagination. Run with your imagination. Act on your creativity and get impressive results. The intuition is powerful here. It's absolutely powerful, and it is rising, rising, rising. It is time to think with your heart. It's time to follow your heart. Your head, that head is all green. That head is all green. Follow your heart. Be the clown if you must. It matters not. You are who you are, and you must be that person. It is time to embody who you are in every way, shape, or form. You are on the path of your new life, and it is time to take control of it. It matters not who says what, who says when, who says where. You must take control because you are in charge. Float, move, cut what needs to be cut, and go forward. You will not drown. You will never drown. You are the boss. You are in charge. You are a horse. You have all the wisdom that is necessary. And go float. Oh, that's interesting. Go float. Okay. So, and for Lisa, for you, my dear, what does Lisa need to know right now about her travails during January? I get 4 of fire, Lisa. And that it was during that time that you created your foundation. With all that red and orange, passion, grounding is necessary, and lots of creativity. Be like a bird, spread your wings wide and fly. Communicate, communicate, communicate. You are also like that plantain tree or that fig tree. Abundant, strong roots. But it does tend to be a bit wobbly sometimes, so ensure that you ground yourself often. I would suggest that you check out the Eden Energy Method on YouTube. They have a 7, 10, and 28 day, or 28 and I think 31 day joy challenge and energy challenge. I have begun doing it and it is amazing. So January was the month to create your strong foundations to celebrate life, home, community, harmony, and marriage. Partnerships. There's a lot going on. And you know what I see here? I literally see a being with their arms wide open to the universe, and they are just looking up and saying, yes, I am abundant in every aspect of my life. And you bring that in and you absorb that in your heart. I think some of that there's a yoga pose like that, isn't there, Lisa? I think that is necessary for you. Although I don't do yoga, I think those asanas just look crazy. I'm not a yoga person, but there are certain movements that I do from Tibetan yoga, which is different from the typical. So that is basically what I wanted to share. So Lisa, I really hope it was helpful. I just needed to come on to say this, to share this, because of this time lag. And even though I was kidding around with Dragon here, I mean they really are serious. You're very welcome, dear. So on that note, toodaloo till next time. I don't know when next time will be, but I'm back on the road. I'm back on path. Well, I was always on path. I look haggard from lack of sleep, but I think that's going to improve and increase now. All right, Lisa. I love you too, girl. Ciao.